Eagle Nation, we're at J.I. Clements Stadium. Very happy to re-welcome back Jason Beverlin as Georgia Southern Baseball's pitching coach. Great to have a chance to visit with you. Welcome back to Statesboro.
So glad to be back. You know, my first time here, my whole family, my wife and two boys, you know, they were kind of growing up at that point, but we had so much fun here and, you know, coaching with Coach Hennon. Having been a teammate of mine in college, you know, it was a very special time. Definitely the most fun I ever had coaching. So,
one of the things I've noticed in 10 years with Rodney is that when he talks, people have a tendency to listen a little bit more closely. But to come back after 16 years away from Statesboro, what made the decision that much easier?
Just rejoining, you know, Coach Hennon. Mike Tiddick was here the last time. All of us had played together, but like I said, you know, I just had more fun coaching with them, with our relationship before I even started coaching with them than ever before. And, you know, I really enjoy Statesboro as well. Just the community, the way it centers around Georgia Southern and the university is, you know, it's a very special place for sure.
Now, you've been back here quite a few times since you left in 2009. You led Bethune-Cookman here in 2015. You were part of that Coastal Carolina team that visited when you were an assistant in 2022. So you did have a chance to see how much this park and how much this community had grown over that time.
No question. I mean, even before the new construction starts on the third baseline, you know, the improvements that were made you know, were very significant compared to the first time I was here. So, you know, they've done a really good job investing in the baseball program and making the upgrades that are needed to compete at a high level.
You were part of a Southern Conference those 2 years that was viewed as one of the best mid-major conferences in all of college baseball. You could certainly say that now. A lot of people view the Sun Belt as that fifth major college baseball league. Having spent 3 years in it when you were at Coastal Carolina, how much more important is it to not only get talent but develop that talent to be able to get Georgia Southern back to where they should be?
Development is where it's at for sure. You know, me and Coach Hennon have talked about it a lot. You know, that's always going to be the core of this program, is bringing in freshmen and helping them develop. Because when you have guys for 3, 4, in some cases 5 years, they know what you expect, they know how the program runs, and they're going to help teach and kind of mold the guys that come in, including transfer guys. So, you know, this conference is extremely tough. You got to show up every weekend. You know, it really doesn't matter who you're playing, top of the conference, bottom of the conference. If you don't show up, you could be in trouble. So, you know, I think it's about just building that mindset, you know, and the goal is to be relentless from the guy that starts on Friday night to the last guy we pitch on Sunday. You know, you want to make the other team feel like no matter who they bring in, you know, this is going to be tough.
Now, we mentioned earlier that your coaching career began here in 2008. How full circle does this feel?
Definitely full circle. Statesboro is a lot bigger now than it was then, for sure. But still the quaint feeling, you know, centered around the university, and that's what I love about it. It's a college town. I'd much rather be in a college town than somewhere like Atlanta or a big city where there's, you know, so many other things to do. So I'm really excited to be back and, you know, really pumped up to get going with these guys.
Well, from all of us to you, to Heather, to Cole, to Lucas, congratulations again. It is wonderful to have you guys back.
No, I appreciate it, and thanks for having me.
New pitching coach Jason Beverlin for Georgia Southern Baseball.